This is To Prepare His Way. And this is Wednesday, December the 10th, 2025. And the winter solstice isn't until December the 21st. And here we are, December 10th, and we've got snow that's going to stay many years. Even in Ottawa, there's a little bit more snow than where I am here. I'm an hour and a half or so west of Ottawa and south of Ottawa. So the weather system here is affected more by Lake Ontario than the Ottawa River. So typically Ottawa gets more snow than this area. But, even in Ottawa, most years, or many, many years, I would say the majority, over 50%, we're always wondering, is there going to be a white Christmas or not? Well, I will tell you, this is Christmas. And I thought I would do a live stream uh, clearing snow. Now, the reality is, what is it, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that? And the reality is that the snowplow hasn't come by the road yet. Even though it had been snowing all night, we got about 6 inches of snow already. And it's snowing now. I don't know if you can see it or not. But I wanted to shovel the bottom of the driveway, which I'm going to show you right now. The bottom of the driveway here. Because I'm going to try not to slip. I already slipped once today when I was shoveling some of those steps over there. And hey, when I was shoveling at the bottom here of the driveway, I thought, it'd probably be good to be live just in case I have a heart attack. There's more Canadians die of heart attacks shoveling snow, it seems. And every time I remember a friend of mine, not much older than I am, maybe a few years older, and he was my boss. He was assistant manager at Britannia Cinema 6 back in the early 80s, early and mid 80s. And Todd, God bless him. And he married a co-worker from there. It was great. And then he in his conversion, but at least you know he knew of me as a practicing Catholic. At least that didn't turn him off. So I'm kind of happy about that. Anyway, see, the snowplow hasn't come by yet. So I don't know if you can see, if you can tell how deep snow is. We have had some traffic, and basically what happens is, trucks, mostly pickup trucks, and I did have earlier a big, big 18-wheeler come by, but they generally in the road they're going to drive in more or less. Anyway, we're going to shovel the steps here. What are you going to do now? See if that works. I also like to shovel the steps before anyone walks on it, because what happens as soon as you step on the steps, our the weight. If you step on a snow, the weight puts hard snow in and it stays there as a footprint, and then it freezes. It becomes ice and it's slippery. It's very hard to clear that up after it's frozen. But of course, snow and ice does evaporate. Might not think that, but it does. I don't know what it's called. I think it's called sublimation or something like that. So eventually those footprints that become ice will disappear. And the house is facing south, so, like Friday, the sun is gonna come out, and all in front of the house, the snow will melt and stuff like that, and then it comes out really nice. I guess it looks to be about 5 inches of snow. Okay. Okay. One person is watching. Thank you. Welcome. Let's see what I can do here. I've got two. What do I have to do here? There we go. Let's take a look. My method for shoveling this driveway is usually I go right down the middle, like I've already made a path, and like I said before, I cleared the bottom of the driveway there. I go right down the middle, and then after I clear the bottom, I just go side to side there, side to side. So makes it and like walking up the hill. But if you excuse me for a minute, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I had to go write my name in the snow, and now I'm just gonna go erase my name in the snow. There we go. So I'm just gonna turn this a little bit and show you if you can see. Okay. So here's the mirror in the truck. Gives you an idea of how much it snowed since I last cleared the truck off, which would have been yesterday, I guess, or the day before. This area always becomes a problem because it comes off of the garage here and piles up here. And then it kind of makes a slope. It's always difficult. Go this way with this snow here. There's a pickup truck with a plow in the front of it driving by. Another pickup truck. So there you go. There's two fingers. Oh. My neighbors across the street are out. I can hear them. Oops, we're gonna turn this like this is. Okay, here we go. I don't know if you can hear my neighbors or not. One of them's out with a shovel. Anyway, I'm gonna go down the middle again, and then we're gonna start going side to side. Clear out that whole driveway. Now, by this time tomorrow, there's gonna be just as much snow. I might have to get the snowblower going. Let's go. Okay, I'm just gonna go get some gloves to give to my neighbor. These are pretty decent gloves. I got them at Costco. Anyway, there's 3 people over there. And I gave 2 to the 2 guys. And now, anyway, the lady's out there. She's out there using someone else's gloves. So I'm gonna go down there and give this to her. I'm not taking the camera down though. I'm just gonna keep it there. You can see me walking on the road. Everything's disconnecting. Beyond my control. So, there you go. Here's what I was talking about. Here's what he left. Since I plowed all that, look how big the snowbank is here. Now that he's gone by. But I've shoveled all this, which means there's hardly anything there. Hardly anything there. So that's good. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna finish shoveling here. Just clear up what the snowplow just left, which is not very much. And then, are we still connected? Yeah. And then what I'll do, I don't have time to go try to start the snowblower. I'm gonna try to help shovel with my neighbors there, so that when the plow comes by, it doesn't fill them in. I think I'll do that. I'll do that now. Let's bring this down. Down here. I don't know. It's gonna be very fun. We'll put this here. Let's see. What am I doing here? Put it like this. There. So you can see me walking down there, but Okay, sorry about these interruptions. Crazy. The internet connections out here. It's not good. Anyway. We got enough snow cleared there for the neighbors so that when the plow comes by in a few minutes, because that plow is just going down to the end of the township, which is about 7 or 8 kilometers. Unless they have some arrangement with the neighboring township, which they might. He probably has to, go find somewhere to turn around anyway, so probably plow there. But to me, any minute now, the plow is going to come this way. So we cleared off the end of their driveway, so that, and a little bit up the road. So when the plow goes by, they won't fill in their driveway again. Because when the plow brings its snowbank down, not only is it like 2 feet high, it's taking all the snow from the middle of the road, but it also has salt and sand in it. And so it's wet and it's heavy. So I'm really glad that I was able to get out, that the plow took so long to get here. I don't know what time it is now. I'm guessing it's like 3 o'clock, 3:30. And I came out here about 1:30. The plow went by in the middle of the night, that was all. So I was glad. All I have is this. This is all the plow left for my driveway. Because I cleared the end of the driveway in advance. But boy, I better be out here again tonight or get the snowblower going. Because for sure the plow is going to come get down back in the middle of the night. He's driving around all the roads. Anyway, not too bad, not too bad. Not too bad. When I was a kid, we were out playing in the snow, and I'm getting a little thirsty now. When we were kids, we just put snow in our mouth. And that's okay. That's not going to kill you. Even if it's yellow snow, it's not going to kill you. But don't eat yellow snow. But, yeah, generally, I think the snow is probably cleaner than rainwater. Or about as clean as rainwater, the same thing maybe. But the difference is when you collect rainwater, the rainwater, you gotta collect it on something. If it's coming off a roof or something, that's not going to be very clean. But I guess with all the pollutants in the air, you know, with all the aircraft and everything, the snow isn't that clean either. Well, it only has any bacteria in it. It just has other chemicals that we're breathing in all the time anyway. And the air traffic out here is not that bad. I mean, it'd be different if it's close to an airport or a city, you know. But not too many planes come this way. Let's turn this way now. And let's see. We got over that bit, I think. How does that look? No, it's not too bad. I wonder if anyone's left any comments yet. Let's see. Live chat. Okay. Top fans, open it up. Won't let me in. I don't know what that means, top fans. I don't know what that means. Oops. I'll have to look at the settings. They're always changing the YouTube thing, eh? Good afternoon, Father from Rosemary. Yeah, Rosemary. Perhaps the cold is affecting your phone. Oh, yeah. I'm so sorry. I'm sure it's buffering and whatnot, and I come back and it says it's offline. I put it back online. And, well, the thing is, if I go with the Wi-Fi from the landline, my upload speed is like 1, you know, megabyte per second or something, or less sometimes. Under 2 for sure. So I broke down and I got a Starlink. And the problem is that the Starlink, as I understand it, as the satellites go by and it switches to another one, it disconnects. So I don't know. No matter what, I don't think it's going to be that live stream is going to be that great here. But like I said earlier, if anyone was tuning in, I do need to go live again later today. I'm going to guess it's going to be early evening, maybe 7 o'clock, something around there. We're gonna see. But I need to you know, let viewers know where I'm at with well, I guess a few things, but one in particular, and I need some help, and some of you might be able to help me. That's all. But I'll go into more details tonight, because right now I just want to clear this snow off this driveway here. So. Anyway, I can put this back a little bit more. Let's see. How does that look? How does that look? You know, you may notice that I have my Christmas lights on. I call them my Advent lights on the house, and I've kept the nativity scene that someone gave me up there. Keep that all year round, and I have the American flag and I have the Canadian flag, because we are friends, despite what the powers that be, or the powers that ought not to be, want to make us enemies. No, we're friends. So, see if this can be adjusted a bit. There we go. Yeah, here's the truck. Here's an SUV. Wave at them. Sorry for going so fast. Hope I'm not making you dizzy. Go. And away we go. Back to shoveling. Ta-da. As I said before, the snow's not too heavy. It certainly isn't fluffy snow. It's medium snow. Apparently the Inuit, or the Eskimos, woohoo! Look at it. Look at all that. Look at all that snow there. Wow. And he's sanding at the same time. I hope that worked at the end of their driveway. Yeah. Yeah. It worked. It worked. I just saw someone else left a message. Timber, what a beautiful property, Father. God bless. It is. I am a steward of a beautiful property. I am so grateful. You can come visit me if you want. I have a nice cabin in the woods that's heated, good for all year round. Also have a guest room in the house if someone doesn't want to go into the cabin. Completely separate from my living quarters. Completely separate. Things sure have changed over the last 20 years. When I was ordained in 2005, it was nothing for priests to, if he was on vacation, to, just contact any parish and just say, I'm Father so-and-so, I'm from, the diocese of whatever, and, you have a spare room. And that's where the rectories had spare rooms, and that's what happened. Now if you gotta plan things, you gotta contact the bishop of wherever you're going, whatever diocese, and then you have to submit, a letter from your bishop or chancellor for your diocese. You have to, the priest has from his own diocese, police checks and all that type of thing. Which I understand, but it's like, yeah. Anyway, so they implemented all sorts of things they call responsible ministry. So that's why, that's why my living quarters are completely separate from anyone else. So, which that's good. Because I very much like my privacy, and I'm out here because I cherish solitude and stuff like that. So, it's all very good. But yeah, if you want to come visit, you can visit me. But I'll talk more about that tonight, about this place and what's going on. And stuff like that. Anyway, the snow's coming down. I don't know when it's going to stop. Tomorrow sometime. So what I have is just we still connected, yay. So what I have, go across the road here, just see what's going on. Look at that, the woods. So what I have is I have extra wide driveway at the bottom. So that's, if you come visit, you can park there at the bottom of the driveway. Then you don't have to go up the slope and risk going into the ditch and all that type of thing. But as I shovel, this is the biggest part. And then since I did that path down the center of the driveway on the way down, it's quite a steep incline. I don't know if the camera picks it up or not, but the shoveling starts getting going very quick. The clearing of the driveway starts going very quick at this point. Anyway, I don't know if my neighbors are still shoveling their driveway or not, but I just thought it'd be better if I just helped clear them with the shovel at their driveway, at the end of their driveway before the plow comes, because it might take me a half hour to get that snowblower going. I got to put new gas in it. Ideally, I should change the oil before I started this year. So there's that. And while the snowblower is easier than shoveling, it's a big heavy machine. You still get exercise, with the snowblower. But this is more exercise. This is much healthier for me. I didn't like shoveling when I was a boy and a teenager. I didn't like that at all. I don't mind it now. I kind of like it. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But if nothing else, I can offer it up as penance for, my poor dad who ended up shoveling more. I did most of the time I did a terrible job clearing the driveway when I was a boy at home. Unless a friend wanted to take shots, then we'd clear the driveway real nice, set up the net. And one friend, he liked playing goalies, but we take shots. We score so many goals, then we switch up. One plays goalie, one goes and shoots. We use tennis balls, tennis balls on the driveway. Tennis balls and for the taking shots in the driveway, and tennis balls. Use tennis ball when we played road hockey. And it was a lot of fun. And if the tennis ball was bald, worn out tennis ball, the better. The softer the tennis ball, like a brand new tennis ball is not as good as an old worn out tennis ball for playing road hockey. Because the new tennis balls, they're bouncing too much, and then they're too hard. They're too hard because they get frozen, That's why, those orange balls that they I don't know if they still sell them in the stores as like road hockey balls. No one uses those. No one in Canada. Who uses those? They're too hard. No. All you need is a worn out tennis ball. But it was nice when it snowed like this, and then the next couple days, because we'd end up kind of sliding on the road, and the snow got hard packed, and whether it be on the driveway or on the road, and then that was perfect for playing hockey. Then after a while, all the snow melts, and then you got the sand and. My neighbor's got their wood stove going there. They put new wood on it. There's a plane going up there. I have an app on my phone. I can't look at it now. That shows me all the planes. And I can identify what plane it is. Can't see it and hear it. Yep. I'm a much better snow shoveler at 63 than I was when I was 15. Much better. Practice makes perfect, yeah, I guess. Look. I cleared off the snow of the mailbox when I first came out around 1:30, which is, I don't know, an hour and a half ago. I didn't clear that off though. I have a blue mailbox for our Blessed Mother. Cobra Gemtrix and Mediatrix of all graces. And I got a blue truck for the same reason. Because we're a little bit light. Yeah, let's say why not. Why? No, it's like I say, whenever you see water, whether it's raining or you go past you're driving, you see a lake or whatever, an ocean or whatever, when you see water, think of your baptism. And then renew your baptismal promises. You know, you make an act of faith. Well, when we see the color blue, we should think of our Blessed Mother. Yeah. Oh, Mary, conceived without sin, pray for us with recourse to thee. Oh, Mary, conceived without sin, pray for us with recourse to thee. Oh, Mary, conceived without sin, pray for us with recourse to thee. The snow's pretty on the branches, eh? That's a rose bush there. That's a rose bush. Huge rose bush. Pink and light pink. Or maybe pink and white. No, pink and white, light pink. Very thorny though. Very thorny. That rose bush. Remember hearing the saying, you might have heard it before. Remember, thorns have roses. Nice twist of roses have thorns. You know, look at the positive side. At least there's no mosquitoes or ticks right now. Nope. Anyway, this is my method. I go side to side from the middle of the driveway. I clean up on the way. Sometimes I just go all the way up the top and then come back, clean up after. Because you know, as I plow, as I push the shovel through, it. Let's see if there's any more messages. Nope. 11 thumbs up. Thank you very much. This this shell here, this yellow shell that I'm wearing, it's not my heaviest, but it's not my lightest, and but it is another really good one, and I find it's a bit safer, getting down by the road and everything better than black, and since I got a new black one, and it's not as big, so it doesn't cover as much. And then my other black one, which is heavier for winter, that's too heavy for now. Like it's just it's about 0 or a little bit below freezing right now. So I'd be sweating too much. Wouldn't be fun like it is now. But hey, could have been extra penance. Could have been extra penance. I missed an opportunity there. You see, lift with your legs. It's heavy. Look at that. Like I say, I think snow shoveling is why Canadians are good hockey players. They were probably better in the old days, than they are now. I mean, I found hockey more exciting when I was young than I am now. I found that the players back then had more personality. It was more I don't know, more creative. Now they learn how to play hockey. They learn systems, and they improve their skills. They're probably faster now, but and they're strong because they work weights and all that type of thing. But yeah, maybe the hockey players when I was younger, maybe they didn't have the greatest lifestyle outside of hockey. But if when they were kids, they did not have access to all the hockey rinks and all that type of thing, well, they went down to the pond and they had to shovel. They had to shovel. So the shoveling was the warm-up. Anyway. Anyway, can't take shots. Let's see. Saunders has been very wet, windy, and mild in North Wales. Oh yeah. I guess you don't get snow like this up there. Yeah, I think you do get some snow sometimes, but so close to the ocean. No Vicar running around. No, I put him inside because the problem is that he has a comfort zone, right, with me, right? So see if this is too slanted for the tripod. No, it's good. So he's comfortable around me. So I could let him out maybe up there, but the problem is that he I'm concerned he'll go on the road as I'm shoveling, especially when I'm shoveling down there. might let him out in a few minutes. We'll see. When I get to the top of the driveway here. I know he'd like to be out here. The snow gets stuck. I have to trim his nail. It gets stuck in his paws, eh? But he really likes the cold. Vicar wrote his name in the snow over here. Don't eat yellow snow, whatever you do. Won't kill you. But don't do it. Although I know one person says, no, that's actually very good for you. I don't know if that's true or not, but apparently when his wife was alive, they had a kind of a remedy for some ailment of hers. It's part of the treatment. Anyway, apparently it works, but apparently it's sterile. I don't know. Doesn't seem very appealing to me, though. No. But that's what they say, like, okay, like I've heard, like, if you can, if you're in the desert and stuff like that, drink your own urine. And then others say, no, don't do that. Yeah, that's terrible. See, that's all stuff has been filtered out, right? It's been filtered out. The body's rejected it. So I can't see. It doesn't make sense to me that's going to help you. But there's so many things I realize as I get older. There's more things I don't know than I do know. So anyway, we're getting up to the top here. Every time I move the camera, I'll check the live chat. Okay. Come to camera. Oh, wow, we get a lot. No Vicar. I can tell you a secret to making it way faster and easier. Go ahead, James. But I'm kind of having fun as it is. Come to camera. Come to camera. Can't hear you at all. Yeah, I don't have a mic on me. You can hear me now, I think, probably. It says closet, probably means closet. So silent. One path down the middle and scoop side to the middle. That's exactly what I'm doing, James. That's exactly what I did. Is that? Oh. How did I do that? How did I get that going this way? See? Mind you, it was a couple hours ago when I did that center path there. So you can't see it, maybe. But that was exactly what I did. Great minds think alike, I guess. Went right down the middle, down the hill, so I didn't have to push up. And then I kind of worked my way up. See that? I just go like that, and then I go like that. This is a more narrow part of the driveway, so it's a lot faster. trim those. These are sumac. Buckthorn sumac. Right here. We're getting. Okay, one path a mile. Where are you? Yeah, I can't see the old path. Hello, yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, that was probably 2 hours ago, you know, because when I started. Actually, let me see. First, I cleared out without going live at the bottom. Let's see. It's, yeah, I would say it was 2 hours ago. Like, I cleared out the bottom of the driveway before. Maybe it might have been a little over 2 hours ago. But I did that center path. Here it is, right here. That's the center path. That's the center path right there. I fell once already, but not on camera. I'll probably be out again tonight, or maybe I won't. I don't think I'll go live to shovel the snow. Oh, not enough places to put the snow there. when I'm shoveling that way, it's hard to keep going straight because the slope of the driveway brings down. Let's see. Any more live chat? Okay, Father, is it normal snowfall for this time of year where you're in Canada? No, it's, I mean, we can get snow this time, but usually, like, it melts, and we're wondering as December 25th approaches whether we're going to have a white Christmas or not. I mean, often there's snow. I don't know, maybe 50%, maybe more, about that. I don't know. But many years we're wondering. So this is definitely early, and we've had three or four nights. It's been going down to minus 20, probably 4 nights. So that's Celsius. That's minus 40. That's about minus 4 or minus 5 Fahrenheit. And so that is early for this time of year. Where is this snow? It's 78 here in Oceanside, California. Woohoo! Yeah, you got sand instead of snow. Where is this? I'm in Canada. I'm in Ontario. I'm north of Kingston. If you watch Kingston, Ontario, north of Kingston, Ontario, and south of Sherbert Lake. If you want to look on a map, that's my general location. But it's snowing all up here. It's snowing all the way to the east to Ottawa, Montreal. It's a big dump. I'm sure Toronto is getting snow as well. You know, Toronto, even like Kingston, because they're right on the lake, there's the lake effect, so they're going to get more moisture, but it's also milder. So, yeah, when I was in the seminary in Toronto, you know, those are the easiest winters I ever had. You know, you didn't have much snow at all. And I remember when I was young and we'd go visit my cousins in Trenton, with Belleville, which is not too far from here, maybe, you know, an hour and a half southwest. But you know, I'm in a Ottawa's more cold than it is here by a couple degrees, and typically 1 or 2 degrees Celsius, so a couple degrees Fahrenheit. And but when I was young, we'd go down there, and they'd have hardly any snow. We'd go play road hockey down there on pavement. They'd come up here, and we're playing on packed snow on the road. So. Anyway, just thought I'd clear the snow in the driveway, especially at the bottom, before the snowplow came. And you know, we might as well keep going. Why not do a live stream on it? Maybe some of you, you know, never seen this, never experienced this. Kind of fun seeing a priest shovel snow. Why not? That was the one thing, though. Like at the parish that I was at for 10 years, you know, I had some volunteers at the beginning to clear snowpath, you know, in front of the church and sidewalks and stuff like that. Then we had a contractor to clear the snow in the driveway. And I would go out, especially if we're gonna have a foot in snow, I would go out like maybe in the middle of the night or midnight or maybe after, and I would shovel, because especially, you know, the daily mass goers, when they would you know, show up, you know, it's no good if they have a foot of snow. But you know, looking back, maybe I shouldn't have done that, because the problem is that you know, the next priest, you know, might not be able to shovel, or may not want to. So it reminds me of when this one parish, there's a priest, and he didn't eat much. You know, he was very, you know, he practiced, you know, fasting seriously and stuff like that, and so he didn't eat much. So he was spending about $200 on food, but the food allowance that priests, you know, were allotted for the diocese was $400. And so anyway, when he left, And then the next priest came along. You know, he was surprised that they were only giving him $200 for his food allowance, and it was quite a battle for that priest to be able to get the finance council to approve. And then of course rumors go around and stuff. So it's kind of funny because a priest in a parish, he tries to do good for the parish, but then it ends up kind of biting the next priest that's coming along. It's just like one example. So maybe I didn't. Anyway, I'm sure that parish is doing fine with people shoveling or whatever. There's always a way, right? But I did like to shovel. I didn't mind it, and and so I would spread the sand and salt and stuff like that when it was freezing rain and ice and stuff like that. But you know, I didn't want anyone to get injured or anything. And then there's insurance things. You have to show that you've salted and sanded and all this stuff. You're supposed to keep a log and all that type of thing. I think I stopped doing that. I was just on top of it all the time. But yeah, again, sometimes we try to do something good, and then it turns out maybe it wasn't such a good idea, for the next person. I'll put it like that. Anyway. Let me just check for a second. Make sure we're still online. We are. Amazing. Well, thank you for subscribing. I guess he's gone already, but thank you very much, James. Good, good, good. Okay, now, is there anyone still on? Okay. For those who wanted to see Vicar, I will let him out right now, and then I'm going to get the big broom and take the snow off the top of the truck. So Vicar will entertain you for a minute. In a minute. Don't knock that camera over. Come on, come on. Oh, what a good dog, good dog. Gonna sit, honey? Sit, Bigger. Come here, Susan. Come here. Sit. Sit for the camera. Say hello. What a good doggy. Good doggy. don't know if you can hear the snow come down when or not. Probably not. Let's see. If I get closer, you might be able to hear it. Too. Listen to the thump. Victor, get out. Come here. Come here. Get off the road. Come on. No. Oh. He's gone down to the bottom of the driveway to mark his spot. But thankfully, there's not much traffic. He did collide with a vehicle 6 years ago. He's coming. No, come here. You gotta make sure there's no staples or anything on the wood here, the bottom of this. But the brush itself won't get enough of the snow off. Sometimes you'll see people driving down the road with snow on top. They'll get a ticket for that. It's very dangerous. You're blowing snow off and obscuring the view, the visibility of all the cars behind you. Not you, but whoever's doing that. You hear my dog barking? He's up at the top of the house here. You can see him there. You can see the flags. You see the dog. Oh, you can't see him now. Anyway. Let's give a little bit wider view here. Hello, Rebecca. Look at you, covered in snow. What are you doing? Hey, are you okay? The good thing, I'm taking snow off the truck and then I got shovel it. But the good thing, there's no snow underneath the truck. 2 hours of clearing snow. That's what this live stream is. Hello. Hello, Victor. You wondering who I'm talking to? Who am I talking to? You're going to be white pretty soon instead of black. Instead of black and white, you're going to be white. There's a vesting prayer. Make me white, O Lord. And cleanse my heart. That being washed in the blood of the Lamb. may deserve the eternal reward. Uh-oh, this is a tough one. It's gonna get dark pretty soon. Sunset pretty soon. Nice pause. He likes the cold, he likes being out here, but that's what he's doing now. When we walk through the woods there, he's got to stop every 10 feet, try to clean out his paws. Cold doesn't bother him, but well, maybe that bothers him. I don't know. Obviously that bothers him, but I've never, seen, look at the size of that snowbank already. And we're only December 10th. You know? Like, that's 4 feet high there. That's 4 feet high. This keeps up, it'll be a very interesting winter. Very interesting. I saw in Ottawa they canceled the school buses. They'll probably cancel the school buses tomorrow as well. When I was a kid, we had snow days sometimes, but not for this. 6 inches of snow? Come on. Another good reason to homeschool. They don't close the school. The government makes everything worse. Sorry to be such a cynic. But the truth is the truth. I just cleared off the side of that truck and look at getting covered again. Let's go around this way. Yeah, the lights come on already for the dark. So there's the same nativity scene that I have at the front. So someone found this on the side of the road, called me, do you want it? And picked it up. So I said, okay. So I should clear that off a little bit maybe. And the same person has lent me this. This belongs to somebody. So they're signed, but I just put it out here, and then I've got a wreath here, Christmas wreath. Kind of looks nice with the snow on it, but we're going to take snow off. Yeah, looks nice, eh? And then down here, I don't know, is that showing? Let's see. Yeah, then down here I've got the Holy Family that Chris gave me. The same one who gave me the statue of her Blessed Mother. It's on the front of the yard. Pray for Chris. He's in a retirement / nursing home right now. But and he brings these flowers too. These are artificial flowers, of course, but you know, the flowers by Our Lady statue and here by the Holy Family. Yeah. the person who, I'm holding this for, it's still here. Your sign is still here. Don't worry about it. You can have it whenever you want it. Removed. I hope you're doing well. There we go. Oh, Joseph. And the sheep. Well, it's not Christmas yet, but there's Jesus. It's all going to get snowed in, I guess. I'm not going to worry too much about shoveling that out. I might. There's Mary. Anyway. Where are you, Vicar? Come on. Anyway, like I say, I've got Christmas lights up. For years I was a real stickler. Said I'm not lighting the Christmas lights until, after Vespers or Christmas Eve Mass. But when the governments decided to declare war on humanity, I just decided that people need to have some hope, and the fact of the matter is that people they start lighting their Christmas lights before Advent even. But I think it's kind of a sign of faith. Believe in God, believe in Christ, as our society becomes more and more secular and anti-Christian. So, I mean, ideally, I'd string those lights, up by the eaves trough, and maybe over that peak, over where that balcony is. But anyway, that's what it is now. It's kind of frames in the Holy Family there. And at night, you can't really tell. Like, Vicar, come on back up. Don't be down there. Come on. Come on. Come on. When I turn my back, then he comes. See? To be around me. Sorry for the loss of connection there, but that's the way it is. I'm using Starlink. Just put that there. Hey! My dog. The people living in tents. A few weeks ago, I was in Ottawa, and I went in the evening on purpose because I wanted to sleep in the back of the truck. I wanted to see what it was like. Now, it did get cold that night, but not below freezing. It got to inside the back of here. It was about 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Which is what like 10 degrees Celsius. And I wanted to see what it was like. If I could do it, for an emergency or something. And night it was, Vicar was with me. We kept the away. And the thing is that when I got up that morning, then I had to let my dog out, put him on a leash and climb out the back of the truck there, it's not easy. And I was glad I made it through the night, but then I realized there's hundreds of people, maybe in the thousands, maybe over 1,000 in Ottawa and all over in Canada. But in Ottawa, that very same city that I was in, found a parking lot and stealth camped in the back of my truck. There's hundreds of people in Ottawa that night who made it through the night just walking around the city, or huddled up over a vent from a parking garage, or or you know, went to an over all night Tim Hortons and sat in there, kicked out or something. And you know, how many people would have loved, you know, to be able to sleep in the back of a truck like this? So, you know, count our blessings. I cleared this off just like 10 minutes ago. Anyway, Nutri Rebel, that's Dave there. If you want to check out, you know, I think what they call alternative health or whatever. He's quite educated on that, so you check him out there. Nutri Rebel, I think, is his handle and his website. And he has like a free complimentary form questionnaire if you want to fill out and stuff like that. But Dave, you're in a place where you haven't seen snow in a few years now. Is it 2 years, 3 years? I don't know what it was. You're in a nice warm place.